Alright, so we're working through exercise 13a, and in this video we're answering question 3, which is asking us to simplify each of the following. And as you can see, it looks like we're going to be using a bit of index law 1 and index law 2, mainly index law 2, which is obvious because of all these division signs. So let's get my pen out. So the very first thing I'm going to do is realize that when I have the same base and I'm dividing, I can subtract my indices. So there I have the same base, there I have the same base. So that means I'm going to go x 5 minus 3, and I can also go y2 minus 1, y2 minus 1, which is going to leave me with 5 minus 3 is 2, and y2 minus 1 is, that's just 1, so I can just leave it like that, and that is my final answer, x2y. Let's move on to the next one. What I'm going to do here first is, before I use my law 2, I'll use my law 1. So here I have b is my base and b is my base, so I can plus them together. So remembering index law 1 tells me that when I have the same bases and they're multiplying, I can plus together my indices. So it's going to be b 5x plus 2x plus 1 over b 3x. Now, what's that going to be? That's going to be 2x plus 5x plus 2x is 7x plus 1 over b 3x. Now what I can do is, because again I have the same base, I can use my index law 2, which tells me I can subtract my indices from each other. So I'm going to be left with b 7x plus 1 minus 3x. Now 7x minus 3x is going to be 4x, which means my final answer is going to be b 4x plus 1. That is going to be my final answer. So hopefully you can follow that working right there. It's all a bit too close to each other, I think. All right, and let's now come to C. So with C, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm first going to use my index law 1 and do some adding together of indices. So 8 by 3, that's going to be 24. And then I have a squared and a5. That's going to be, I'm going to plus together those indices, which will give me 7. And then I'll plus together the indices over my b, which will give me 3. Then I'm going to divide that by 6a squared b squared. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using my index law 2, which tells me I can subtract my indices when I have the same base, and I have that division sign as well. So I'm first going to go, well, 24 divided by 6. Well, 6 fours are 24, so I'm going to be left with 4 in my numerator. And then 7 minus 2, I'm going to be left with a5 in my numerator. And then I have b3 and b squared here, so I'm going to be left with just b in my numerator because 3 minus 2. So that's going to be my final answer, 4a5b. So hopefully you're able to get all those answers and all that made sense. I'll see you in the next video.